she's had right away.
Um, like I said earlier, it was a blessing that I dropped the 7 with these amazing teammates and these amazing coaches. The confidence piece, being able to have a coach that came in and told me like, don't worry about where you were drafted to, what number that you were dropped to. Like she told me, like, believe in yourself, surprise yourself before you surprise others. I knew coming into the league what I was gonna bring, and I don't really care about what outside things. I knew my game was gonna translate just because I rebound and I play hard. I play hard all 40 minutes, and you can't teach that. You can't teach the dog mentality. You can't teach somebody that just wants to go hard for their teammates and their coaches every single day. So that's just my job within this team to rebound. Scoring is going to come for me. I think I also have a lot more room for improvement. Obviously, I'm not where I want to be right now, but I am satisfied right now where I am and just continue to grow my game.
Yeah, number one, like her confidence coming in, she was really passionate and does all the little things first so that when the scoring and the rebounding and the assisting come, it's natural because she's always in there. She's in the right positions. She keeps going. She doesn't stop fighting. Even like bounce back games. If some game they get us, Angel comes back right away and does the same exact thing in the next game, tries to build off that, has short-term memory, which usually takes rookies a long time to do, like over the years. And as somebody that people thought wasn't going to translate, I understand having to just dig it out of yourself and find it even when other people don't believe. Like if they don't believe, you got to believe in yourself first, and then that's going to follow. So I love to see that from her. And honestly, she's only going to get better, which is, 18 and 16, and she's just getting started. So proud of you.
Thanks.
Angel.
There you go.
Angel, 18 rebounds with 10 of those being defensive on the defensive glass. That was something that Spoon really wanted to emphasize, is just attacking the defensive boards. What was it working for you on the defensive side for you to be able to just pull down more rebounds than what we've seen, the last 3-4 games?
Yeah, I remember watching the first time we played against Dallas, and just being able to watch film a lot. I watch a lot of film, and I kind of have a really good eye for the ball. When my teammates or the other team misses, I just try to get another possession going for us and diving on the floor, trying to get steals and trying to do the dirty work. I mean, a lot of people don't want to do the dirty work. I'll step in and I'll get holes in my knees. I'll mess up my nails and lashes and stuff like that just for my teammates. And not today, but some days. But yeah, I'm willing to do whatever for this team. I mean, I think every team needs somebody that's going to come in and just be in there for them, do the small things and the little things like Marina said. And I think that has kind of really helped me.
Marina, okay, then follow up for you, Angel. In the first quarter, Camilla was kind of struggling to hit some layups, and you stood up on the bench and you said, it's okay, you'll get the next one. Where did you find that confidence to be so vocal as a rookie? We just haven't seen that out of a lot of rookies in the W moving forward.
Yeah, I just like to encourage my teammates. I know how it is to miss and be super frustrated. So I know Camilla really works hard, and we work really hard in practice around the basket. And we told our group of post players that we're going to be better for our team, not just getting offensive rebounds, but converting them, going up and finishing strong and knowing those statistics. So just trying to encourage everybody as best as I can. Anybody miss a shot, I try to tell them next shot. And I think that builds confidence. I like when my teammates tell me, like, if I take a shot that I missed or work on in practice, I want them to pat me on the butt and tell me, like, you got the next one.
Hey, Angel.
Hey.
It really seems like you're developing like a post-to-post big passing relationship with Camilla, whether you're the recipient or you're assisting her.
Yeah.
Can you just kind of speak to that kind of inner team dynamic that you two are establishing?
Yeah, I think it's so easy to throw the 6'7". I know she's always going to go up and catch it. I think I try to just move around her. I've kind of never really played with a post player that it moves with her feet so well, has great hands, runs up and down the court so fast, block shots, and I think she just does a great job. So it makes my job easy. I know she's going to usually finish it around the basket, but she's also a great passer as well. So I just try to work with her. We work with each other, and I think we're building a good chemistry together because we'll be here for a while.
Angel, we've seen this kind of like trademark competitive face from you after big moments, and it's caught fire on social media, like people resharing this face, this moment from you. I'm curious if you could kind of describe like what you're feeling in these moments, and if there's like a name you want us to like refer to this Angel face.
Nah, I just do it when something crazy happens. A good finish. I did it when Chennedy made a nice move today, going back on defense. So we got some talent on this team, and I think we do a great job and have a lot of passion and personality and a lot of stories within this team. So I think it just builds a lot of confidence for us, but I don't have any names for it yet.
Angel, I'm wondering, it almost seems like you can see the play or the shot before it finishes. And I'm just wondering, like, what goes through your head? Because it seems like you just like have almost like a 3-dimensional vision around the basket.
Yeah, and sometimes that's bad for me because I'll go up and know and miss it and know I'm going to get the rebound and go back up, which something I had to work on too. I just try to get more possessions. I mean, we have great shooters on our team, great attack players that are on our team too. So I just want to get as many possessions as we can, and just doing whatever it takes to win. Thanks. Yeah. Like what? Like this is I did have fun with it. That's pretty cool. None?
No, I got you. No, I wanted to let
I was
the
gonna say,
let the
okay.
screaming happen first.
At Indy. Y'all gonna have some questions there.
Marina, just to kind of follow up on Angel's leadership and vocality. When I spoke to you in the preseason, you said that, you know, when you were a rookie, you were just very quiet, and to see someone at 22 years old just have that vocality so early, what is it about her leadership and her vocal and everything that she brings, especially on the bench, that is so impactful for you guys on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, she just brings a ton of energy. Like, she's always hyped. She's worried about the next play. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? We got to fix this defensively, stuff like that. So it's good to have a rookie with so much awareness, because when you talk to her, she knows what you're talking about. She's there. She's in the play. And she has her own input too. So, and then obviously, like, the vets on the team try to make it kind of open so that people feel comfortable to talk and lead and be themselves. And that's kind of what the environment we're trying to create for Angel, so she can be her biggest self.
Chennedy, also when I spoke to you in the preseason, you just said that this whole team just has an underdog mentality, and we've kind of heard it from Angel, but just describe how you guys want to continue to bring that, especially after snapping the 4-game losing streak with the win today.
I just think just continue to bring the energy. I think we have a lot of players on our team who do a lot of things well, and we're starting to just get more comfortable with each other. And as you see, we changed the lineup, and we're starting to flow a little bit better into things. So I think that's just the biggest thing. Just continue to do what we're doing to win, and continue to do whatever we did tonight, do it better. Because we had a little drop off in the third quarter, so we need to just keep our foot on the gas.
And then a quick one also for you, Chennedy. How are you feeling in the starting role? And then on Marina's transition pass, were you up there to get a possible dunk? Is that a vert that we're going to see out of you? Or
I'm feeling great in the starting role. As far as Marina, that's something that we talk about. Our communication is constant. We're just trying to find each other. She's trying to find me. I'm looking for her. And that was a brilliant pass. It was made from half court, guys, if you guys didn't see that. So it was a brilliant pass.
The details.
I might try to dunk it, but it depends on time and score.
Can you dunk?
Yes, slightly. I can throw a little oop and I can get it up there for sure.
I think we all thought that's what we were going to see today, but
I thought so too.
As far as being inserted into the starting lineup, what do you think you're able to bring in this starting role that's maybe a little bit different, that maybe was missing? Like, what do you think is the biggest difference?
I think just my ability to space the floor. I think just sometimes me being out there, a lot of people are able to get open and I don't really do much. And then when I am in attack mode and I am in aggressive mode, things are constantly happening. So I think it's just really just a testament of me from coming off the bench, being comfortable in that role and being comfortable wherever, working on my game no matter what, so that when my number was called, I'm ready. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
And then what was your response to your coach when she said, you know, this is going to be your role, you're stepping into this role?
It was a role I wanted. I was ready for it. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I was working for. So I was excited to play with Marina a little bit more. So it made me happy for sure.
Me too, Ken. Me too. Okay.
Guys, congrats on the win. Marina, I was wondering if you could just talk about the matchups you've had so far with a former teammate. Enrique has been having an MVP season, and I was just wondering, I saw you guys, kind of talking throughout the game. What it's just been like seeing her evolve while you're evolving at the same time, becoming faces of the team.
Yeah. obviously, like, we're sisters, so playing against each other is always fun because we can compete between the lines and argue back and forth or say something funny. But then after that, like, we're best friends again, like family. So obviously, I'm really happy to see her excelling, and I wish her the best with her team. And then obviously, I know she wants the best for me. So honestly, just like bittersweet. Like, we played together and then we play against each other. So obviously, it's not as fun playing against each other, but we're both really competitive. So.
I got one quick question for Marina. You all have talked about how it's been a process integrating Camilla in just because of the spacing that needs to be nailed in terms of how you get the ball to her. I'm curious about the respacing, though. It seems like you were kind of moving around the floor to move defenders out and kind of clear space. Can you just speak to where you all are with that part of your process?
Yeah, I mean, in practice this week, we worked on kind of better spacing when we enter the ball and like when we can cut, where we can cut and screen away. I think Chennedy does a good job moving off the ball, so I can move off of her too. And then just knowing like that I attract defenders and make people kind of concentrate on that side. So if I can take people with me and screen and be a decoy, I'll do that too. So just trying to make things easier for Camilla to operate. And then also Camilla's a good passer. So if we space the right way, she can get it out of there, repost, or we can get shots. So just being patient and letting her be herself and understanding like where she can be successful.
Marina, what does a win like this mean mentally for the team, especially at this point of the season?
Yeah. I mean, when you're on a 4-game losing streak, a win is a win. So we're happy to get the win, and we can kind of build off that energy and momentum. But also focusing on, they got us 33-24 in the fourth quarter. So just keeping our foot on the gas and putting 40 minutes together, and being able to get constructive criticism off of wins too, and being able to learn from wins too.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
We heard just a clip of Angel's TV post-game interview, and during it, she was quick to acknowledge it was about snapping the losing streak today, but she did make some history tonight. Can you speak to the significance of the history she made in terms of 7 consecutive double-doubles?
She's just out there to win. She's not worried about breaking records. She's out there to win, and she's competing every night, just playing hard, doing what she does. And it's paying off for her, and it's paying off for us. So we're super proud of her. There's greater things to come, but we just want to build off of those things that we're finally piecing together.
And then I spoke to Marina pregame, and I'm curious what your message. She mentioned that you guys really lifted her up after the Indiana game. I'm curious what your message was to her post game after that game on Sunday.
Sometimes you let the athlete be the athlete. You kind of stay away from it and let her process it. But you also know to let her know, it doesn't matter. I'd love to have you there again because, you're very important to us. You're valuable to us. And we move on from it. It's a lesson learned. We move on from it, and we have to move in a great way of finding those things that we did so well and building off of that, and then correcting those that we didn't. And for the most part, we've had 2 incredible practices together, especially with the lineup that we have, we now have. And it's paying off for us. It's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of work. So it's good to walk away today with the win under our belt.
Hey, Coach, can you just kind of speak to the relationship that you're seeing develop between Angel and Camilla as far as their big-to-big passing on offense?
They understand the game. They know each other's strengths. The high-low situation that we're developing, that we will be better at as we continue throughout the season, because they definitely look for one another all the time. But they understand each other's strengths, and they take each other to that. Just building with a tremendous amount of confidence, especially with the rest of the team and everybody understanding what they do well, and then understanding what our identity really is offensively. And that's an inside-out basketball team. And they're playing really well off of them and continue to feed them. They rely upon guards to get them the ball at the right time. And we're doing a pretty good job this far.
And then just one more quick one in that same context, the offense. Can you just kind of speak to what you're seeing from like the respacing around them once they get their touches in the post?
That's just been smart. What spacing means. That's all they're doing. They're just doing what you're supposed to do with what spacing truly means. When you pass it inside, you can't just stand and watch it work. You got to move. You got to move the defense. So we're starting to understand when and why and how.
Coach, Angel, when she was on the bench, Camilla was missing a couple layups, and Angel was like, "It's okay, you get the next one." And to see that type of confidence and vocality out of a 22-year-old rookie, what does that surprise you? What is it about her vocality that is kind of surprising to just see out of a rookie?
I think we get so caught up in that word. We get so caught up in that word rookie, and don't get caught up in what that player knows, what that player understands, how well that player has been coached, how well that player understands the game. I think we don't get caught up in that. So she understands what positivity means. You pour positivity in your teammates. It's great things are happening. You just missed the shot. So you just continue to pour into her. And that's what she's doing. She's just pouring positive thought and feedback into her teammates. All of them are doing that. And that's a positive thing for all of us.
And then when you look at the defensive boards, I know you always talked about valuing the basketball, but to see the defense, you guys out rebound Dallas on the defensive side of the glass. What does that show you in regards of progress that you want to see defensively?
Well, this is a very, very good basketball team inside in the painted area, and they're very strong and powerful and physical. And we all had to rebound the ball, and our bigs really took it to heart. They really took it to heart that we must be on the glass. And we were on the glass pretty heavy tonight, and it helped us to be able to get rebounds and run.
Last one. What does a win like this do for a team mentally, especially at this point of the season?
Well, it's helpful. It's helpful. It's helpful for us to grow from, to build from. But there's a lot of things that we have to change. It's a lot. It's ways to win. It's ways to win. That you have to always remember. When you're up, you gotta really continue to push and play for those 40 minutes that I'm always talking about. And in that fourth quarter, it's not something that we walk away so proud of. We have to be better. We have to be better with our ball movement. We have to be better with our defensive execution.
Teresa, Nancy Armour, USA Today Sports, right here.
Sorry.
That's okay. There were some people who questioned whether or how long it would take for Angel's game to translate to the W. She said that you told her, don't worry about that. Don't worry about what people are thinking. But are you surprised at how quickly she's adjusted and how quickly she's had the success that she's had?
I'm not surprised at all. I think the one thing that, people are going to talk, people are going to say what they say, and everyone has their opinion, and that's okay. But the one thing that I will do, as long as I'm the head coach of this team, is I'm going to always tell each player just how great they are and how we must handle ourselves by just shutting down the noise. And our expectations are the most important thing. Ours are the most important thing. But I'm not surprised at all. The moment you sit down and you get to know this young lady as a person and what her desires are and why she's so hungry to do what she does between those four lines, it makes a difference. Players have their whys. Players have their whys why they do what they do when they play between the four lines. And when they do, they go out and play as hard as they possibly can because there's a why behind it. There's a purpose. They're driven, and she's driven.
Coach, congrats on the win. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about 48 points in the paint tonight, only allowing 22 against one of the bigger teams in the league without E being here, having Camilla almost have a double-double, Angel obviously having one as well. What has it meant for you to watch them continue doing what you've known they could do the whole time?
It's the activity, you have to have patience in growth, and we're very patient with our growth. And when you see it and you can continue to show it on film of this is how we want to look, this is how it has to look for us to be successful, we're growing in those areas. So it looks really good for us to know that this is a paint heavy team. They rebound well and they score from the rebounds, they convert. So it was important for us to have them to take a shot that we wanted them to take, but most importantly to rebound the basketball. So it was big for us, for all of us to gain rebound.
Coach, when Angel took that jump shot in the first half, I saw you tell her not to hesitate next time.
Mm.
Is that something that you've been encouraging her to do more of when the defense kind of lags off of her?
Absolutely. It's a free throw shot. She's pretty good from the free throw line, right? Same thing. It's the very same thing. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. You shoot a free throw, you got your rhythm. It's the same thing. Zero hesitation. Nobody's even thinking that you're going to shoot it, but you should. Especially when you recognize, playing 0.5 basketball and you recognize nobody's there. You've worked on that shot. Knock it down. Stay confident. Trust your training. I appreciate you guys so much. That's my boy. Always have been.